Buenos dias, clase. This is week 10. This is your preview for week 10. We have a big week. We have chapter 3, which is due on Friday by 3 o'clock. So let's take a look. Chapter 3, right here, due by Friday, 3 o'clock. For those of you using the Hastings Faisenfeld campus, the EAC or Coldwater, as well as the Union City High School, the test is already there. Test is in the testing center. You guys can go anytime now and go take it. Okay, it's ready. So let's take a look at some of the review, the material. So these videos are going to prove to be very helpful. Don't worry about this one yet, the direct object pronouns. Don't worry about this one. But present progressive, you should, take a look at it. Super simple. Stem changing verbs. This is the bigger deal. Okay, so looking down at, and actually the bigger deal, what I really want you to look at are these verbs right here. So the verb to go and the verbs ser versus estar. Really go over these. Also go over the numbers. When we're talking about those numbers, well, here's your review. I emailed this to you just a few minutes ago, by the way. We're talking about personal questions just like you've had. For example, you might see number 1, haces la cama, or let's say this, haces la tarea. I ask you that question. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. ¿Haces la tarea? And you would simply answer, sí, hago la tarea. Okay? Yes, I do the homework. Very simple. Those would be the personal questions. Vocab, as always, same as always. Possessive adjectives. For example, you might see a format that says, tengo blank, comma, our libros. Our libros. So right here, so what are you going to put here? Tengo nuestros libros. I have our books. Nuestros meaning our, plural and masculine, because libros is plural and masculine. Ser versus estar. This will be a paragraph form or fill in the blank where you have to go ahead and choose whether you're going to use ser or estar, but you have to put it in the correct form. You have to conjugate it appropriately. The verb ir, very straightforward. You'll conjugate the verb ir according to the subject I give you. Same with the verb hacer. The verbs, this will be a paragraph like you've seen before. Some of the verbs you already know, you've been over, okay? But we need to keep it fresh. The numbers, very similar to what we did before, just bigger numbers. So for example, if I say 321 space, libros, then in this blank, you're going to write 321 libros. 300. Why? Libros is masculine. 21, what happens in compound numbers and simple numbers, when followed by masculine, you drop the O on uno to make it un. 321. And then culture. Now this is perplexing to me. The culture is very straightforward. You already did this in Nuestro Mundo. You turned it in. This is verbatim coming from Nuestro Mundo. Okay? So these are really easy extra points if you study it, because you've already done it and turned it in theory. All right? So there you go. There you have it. That's the week's preview. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you very soon. Adios.